Paving this shit crank.
Hey, you guys, what's going on? You know what? We were so busy focused on America and, all the migrants that's coming here that I did not realize that England was going through the same thing with migrants coming, by boat across the border, the English channel. I keep on want to say channel, the English channel. And so this is coming out of a magazine or a paper called Breitbart. Okay, here it is right here. And I'm going to read it. Oopsie. And it says Patel pretending migrant crisis doesn't exist, says Farage, as 49 illegals land since Friday. So they're coming. These people are coming. Let's see. Okay. I don't want to read this, listen to the story because they'll, ding me and I'll get in trouble and all that good old stuff. Okay, Brexit leader Nigel Farage said that Home Secretary Priti Patel prefers to pretend the migrant crisis in the English Channel is not happening as another 49 illegal boat migrants have been brought ashore in Britain since Friday. This is getting out of hand because it seems like everybody is trying to go somewhere and they need to really stay at home and try to work out their own situations because running to this country is not going to fix it for those that are coming up in the other countries, in the country that you left. Just like America had to fight and, gain control, you guys have to do the same thing, run in here and then start making demands on us what we should do for you. That is very disrespectful, and I don't know why, people do that when they go to other countries. They still want to display that same disrespectful criminal behavior that they did in their country. You got people that's coming from various countries that believe in violence, and so you go to another country, then you want to continue on with the violence that you said you ran away from. So I really feel like this world is messed up. It's really messed up because back then, way back when, before we were ever thought of, if you committed a crime, you went straight to jail. If you flew a flag from your country into America, you would be automatically put out for treason and would not be allowed to come back. You know what I'm saying? So now it's like because certain parties, Democrat, Democrat Party, Republican Party, Independent, whatever. And to me, it's more so of the Democrat Party. It's like they'll let anybody in so that they can get the vote, so that they can stay in power, which is dangerous because I'm gonna do a little sidebar. It's dangerous because some of them are in secure areas where they have security that is securing their home, and people can't just get into regular people homes like like they do. And so they live behind their gated communities and they're not able to be touched like other American citizens, or if a disaster happened, they have a bunker they can go and run to heck with everybody else. I'm gonna save myself. So those type of things are some of the things that are going on within the regular population. And I feel like this, if some of these people that come over here with violent histories was to break into those gated communities and wreak havoc, I guarantee you that they will have a change of heart big time. I just about guarantee you because I made a comment before. There was a lawmaker, I think it was somebody that was an official. I don't remember exactly who it was, but they were behind their little community, gated community, and all hell was breaking loose. And then this criminal ended up getting behind the walls of that gated community and caused great bodily harm to one of their neighbors and a family member, and all of a sudden they wanted to change the laws and the rules. It shouldn't even take that. It should not take that, you guys. So let me read. I know I did a little sidetrack, but I had to give you some understanding why I felt I feel the way I do about anybody coming across the borders of these different countries or any country. Okay, despite rough weather conditions in the English Channel, the migrant boat continues to pour in with 44 migrants arriving on Friday and an additional 5 making the perilous journey on Saturday. French authorities were able to stop an additional 147 migrants from entering British territorial waters during the same time span, according to the Daily Mail. Releasing footage of migrants being taken ashore by the border force, Nigel Farage said on Saturday. Many more boats escorted into Dover yesterday. There were even some beach landings at Dungeness. The same goes for this morning. See, this is what I'm saying. These people are just coming into the country. They don't have no regards to say, let me do it the right way. I'm going to sneak into the country. And if I sneak into the country and do something, steal, kill, whatever to make me some money, that's not right. That's why I was glad when Donald Trump was putting that wall up, because you had all these people coming here, and then they sit there and they rally and they tell us what we should do. With that same energy, go back to your country and tell your country what they should do. Why are you coming here and making demands on us when you should be over there trying to make changes for your future? For the future generation that's coming up. Everybody in the world can't come to America, you guys. We will have no room to move at all whatsoever. you know, and it's not to be mean, and I'm not speaking hatred, but I was reading on the report, China is so packed with people that they don't even have room to move around, so they're finding other places to go to and buy up and take over. It shouldn't even happen that way. It should be a standard set, but you got these people that are so greedy for money, they will put other people's lives at risk and in danger just to get a buck. But guess what? You'll find out later on when everything turns out to be bad, and you'll be like, oh my God, what have I done? It's going to be one of those moments before you understand. Okay, let's see. French authorities were able to stop an additional 147 migrants from entering British territorial waters during the same time span, according to the Daily Mail, releasing footage of migrants being taken ashore by the border force. Nigel Farage said on Saturday. Many more boats escorted into Dover yesterday. There were even some beach landings at Dungeness. The same goes for this morning. But Priti Patel wants to pretend this isn't happening because she did another tough speech. The Brexiteer added, these folks act like they blind to what's going on until something happens to their family members, or them, then they'll want to change the laws and do something about it. You know, I'm telling you, it's crazy. They got these people coming, and then we have all these other people coming, to our borders and trying to get over here. You have women that are pregnant and dropping babies on American soil. I'm going to do something about the Constitution and show you guys that it was a guy, and I'm gonna read the thing to you to show you that what they are allowing to happen is totally against the Constitution of America, because that Constitution, the part that was written talking about if you have a baby on American soil, then you become an American citizen automatically. No, that was written for the slaves, the descendants of slaves only, and now they're trying to make it seem like any and everybody that gives birth to a child on this soil automatically becomes an American citizen. No, that is not true. And I don't know why they keep doing that, because they're stripping the very fabric of what America is, minus the prejudice and the white supremacy. They're stripping away American culture and they're turning it into everything else. You know what I'm saying? And it's not fair for the people that were naturally born here. You have so many people coming here and they're making demands on our government to change laws to benefit them. Go back to your country and make those same demands on your country. And once you guys team up together and fight together as a whole, a change will happen. If they're not getting the votes, if you guys are fighting back in your country and they see that you're not going to take it, then guess what? Then you'll have a better country. But as long as you're running here and talking smack about your country and telling us what we should do, we can't fight your battle for you. We can help you, we can assist you, but we're not going to stick our neck out and fight your battle for you. You got to do the footwork. But anyway, many more boats escorted into Dover yesterday. There were even some beach landings at Dungeness. The same goes for this morning. But but Pretty Patel wants to pretend this isn't happening because she did another tough speech, and that's crazy. All them people come in and we don't know what their background is. We don't know what their belief system is. We don't know if these people believe in killing folks. We don't know if they believe, we don't know what they do, period, point blank. Mr. Farage has long been critical of the Home Secretary's performance in handling the migrant crisis at the Channel, accusing her of being all talk and no action. Last month, the Home Secretary announced a series of proposed reforms to Britain's broken asylum system. That's the word, asylum, including pretending migrants who arrive illegally from gaining UK citizenship or applying for leaving to remain status. I'm sorry, to remain status. Patel also proposed that migrants who traveled through safe countries such as France before entering the United Kingdom be subjected to boomerang deportation in as little as 24 hours. And that's what needs to happen. All these people that are here and there in those countries that did not get permission to be here, they should not be rewarded with benefits of any sort. They should not be getting money from anywhere, period, not from America. They should be boomerang right back to their country the way that they were supposed to. And now it's like, I love Mexican food, don't get me wrong, but you have to have a Mexican restaurant on every single corner, two on one corner. I drove up the street and I saw four on one corner. How many different ways can you cook Hispanic food? How many different ways? Wow. How many different ways can you cook Japanese food? How many different ways can you cook Chinese food? How many different, I know they use different seasoning, different techniques, but I'm saying it's so many restaurants. It's just like, oh my God, it's crazy. And you got the food trucks, it's like everywhere you go. I don't eat out the food trucks. I'm not saying anything about their cooking. I don't eat out these food trucks because, for one, those food trucks can disappear. You don't really get a receipt. You get sick, and it's left on you. I don't. Some of those food trucks are not even up to code. They come out late nights when they know that the inspectors and the police and things are not going to be in that area, and they're cooking illegally. I don't eat. No, I don't. Not. I'm not just talking about the Spanish food trucks. I'm talking about any food truck. Okay, let's see. However, it is unclear how exactly the government will be able to enact such a reform, also, as it has so far failed to reach an agreement with the EU. What is that? I'll think about it later. On the return of illegal aliens and failed asylum seekers, the British government has refused to adopt a what? Unilateral turn back the boat approach as well. I'd have turned it back. I don't care what nobody say. I don't care what anybody say. I would have turned it back. Following Patel's announcement, Farage said that nothing is going to change, stating that the proposed reform merely represent more tough talk from the Home Secretary, but lack the teeth to stop the crisis. According to an analysis, conducted by the Telegraph, the UK is on pace to see a record 20,000 illegal boat migrants being brought ashore this year, more than double the record members seen last year, which stood around 8,500. Currently, over 1,400 migrants have reached Britain by crossing the English Channel in small rubber boats from France. more than doubling the landing during the same time period last year. Wow. Look at this. Another 183 illegal boat migrants landed in UK. Patel vows to reform broken system yet again. That's crazy. And I thought we were having it bad here in America. Well, we are, because this administration that we're dealing with, they can give two shakes of a rat's butt about the people that are here. You know what I'm saying? And it's really, really sad. This is wow. The latest crossing comes as the International Policing Agency Interpol announced that it has arrested 195 smugglers and rescued around 500 people, including children, in a massive human trafficking bust carried out earlier this month. The agency said that the operation once again demonstrated how closely linked migrant smuggling and human trafficking are, particularly in a global health crisis when the most vulnerable are desperate to escape hardship and the criminal networks are just keen to turn a profit. See? One case highlighted by Interpol concerned a 15-year-old girl from the Congo who sought help from people smugglers who escaped a forced marriage. Wow, the girl was subject to sexual abuse by the human traffickers on her journey before being rescued in Tunisia. I don't know what that is. The Secretary General of Interpol, Jurgen Stock, said these victims could not simply walk away from the horrific situations they found themselves in and the suffering they endured. This is crazy. This is absolutely crazy. This is why Interpol work does not stop here. We will continue to help countries untangle sensitive and complex cases, which will undoubtedly generate more arrests in the months to come. This is crazy. Illegal boat migrants sign slave labor pact with traffickers to reach UK. And that's the end of that story, you guys. And this is crazy. But we cannot, you guys, we absolutely cannot help the world and all these people that are coming to the UK, the people that are coming to America. We cannot. We absolutely cannot, because a lot of them don't want to change the ways that they are accustomed to. They want to bring those ways into, the different countries. That's why a lot of countries have borders to keep the people out. And a lot of countries have a no tolerance policy when it comes to illegal immigrants, or migrants as they want to call it, but it's really illegal immigrants. And America has it really bad with taking on anybody that runs and holler that, they need to be rescued because of asylum. That's bull crap. It's not that serious. That's bull crap. You knew all these years, you heard free money, and years ago there was a news broadcast on TV, and I forgot what channel it was, where you have these people telling people if you get to America, you can get free money, you can get free welfare, you can get Section 8, you can get this, you can get that. And so they ended up covering that story. And because they covered that story, you would have thought that the government and the president and everybody would say, oh, okay, if this is really what's happening, then we're going to shut it down. Nope. They continue to let them have it. They continue to let them have their way. Now it's so out of control because nobody's doing anything. Nobody is stopping anything. The only person that was trying to do anything was Donald Trump. He was trying to help. And a lot of people don't like him, but how would you like it? They get mad and don't want to, oh, you just this. No, 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 no. I read for myself. I don't just listen to people. I read. I don't just read the newspapers because those are biased as well. I do deep research before I bring a story and say what I have to say, and I add on to what I see in front of me. But what I'm saying is people like, oh, I'm rallying for them to come over here. Okay, so what happens when they start taking food off of your plate to share your food with the next person. Then all of a sudden that person say, well, I want all your food, and snatch all your food off your plate. Now you're left with nothing. What are you going to do? We're so crowded over here that they're starting to make food in laboratories, GMO, gender, I forgot, something modified. Shoot, they're modifying food. They're making fake food just to keep up with the influx of people that are coming here. And not only that, the people that are coming here, because they're here, they were limited on the number of kids that they could afford to have. Now they're just exploding. I saw a woman. I'm not going to say the race because I don't want nobody to, and no, it's not Spanish, but I saw a race. This woman, she had like 15 kids, and I looked like, good God Almighty. And I was like, wow. And then I did research on where this person, you know, came from. And in that country, if you couldn't afford to have kids, you didn't have them because wasn't nobody going to help you take care of them. So, she had all the food stamps and all that stuff, which, okay, she got to feed her kids, but it's just crazy. And then you have American people that make $1 over what they think that you should make, and they can't even get benefits. And I don't think that that's fair. I don't think it's fair at all. I think that they should be able to get it, especially if they're struggling in this economy. But later on for that mess, I just wanted to say what I had to say, you guys. And I know some people may get offended and want to cry, but just think about it. Just think about it. Um, it doesn't matter, America, France, UK. If you did not get an invitation to be here and you came and dropped a baby on American soil, you absolutely should not be considered a citizen of America or any other country that you were not invited to come to be in, okay? So that's why people are coming here dropping babies and disrespecting the country. And you have politicians that are in leadership that are even worse. They're disrespecting the country, and they're tearing the very fabric and fiber of the countries apart. After a while, we're not going to have an America. It's just going to be whatever, and all the American people are just going to be like, we're going to be the ones that's going to be the ones that are I don't even know how to put the words in. I don't even know how to say it. But anyway, hit that like button, that post notification, and that subscription bell, you guys. And I'll talk to you in the next video because I know I probably done pissed off some folks and ruffled some feathers for speaking how I feel. Until next time, you guys, take care. No hate here, just love and just kicking out knowledge, you guys. I'm just speaking, so don't get mad at me. Okay? Talk to you later.